Dude, fuck tech issues. Holy shit. I don't even want to do the show today, dude. I'm so fucking pissed.
Dude, I've been there.
You know, the computer makes this big fucking deal like it's going to explode if you don't update to the latest and greatest, right?
Yeah.
And I fell for it, dude. I fucking fell for it, and I updated some dumb fucking something or other, and then everything was fucked. I'm so pissed, dude. I'm so pissed. On top of a bunch of other things, I'm just super pissed today.
Yeah.
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm pretty good.
Better than you.
Jesus, dude, I'm so fucking pissed. I honestly, I was like, you know what? I quit the show for real. Like, I'm done with the show, dude. It was so bad. Like,
yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
And like, I had to uninstall the update, which took like 20 minutes, and then uninstall all the drivers, then reinstall the drivers. Then I came back in, and then you could hear me, but I couldn't hear you. Fucking dude, fuck Bill Gates.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Shall we lock in the artillery power?
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
And I'm Manny.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's very true. We'd like to take a second to thank our friends over at Water's Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode.
I want to apologize for everyone for my rant, my tirade at the beginning. I'm so frustrated with tech, and
Dude,
it happened to Deanie too, right? I think the last Dungeons and Dragons, her computer was freaking out.
Yeah, it was because it wasn't letting her. Actually, it happened to Rainer as well. The StreamYard was accessing a different microphone.
Yeah, it was fucked. It was like saying, and it's not a StreamYard fault. Like even in the bare PC, like it was not working. So it's definitely not a StreamYard thing. In this case, it's a PC thing. But we have a great show planned for you guys tonight. Actually, a good chunk of news this week. But before we get into the news, Dean, let's kick it off with the world's favorite podcast segment.
Yeah, it's new
this week.
Yeah, what'd you get new this week? So I just got some hands.
Nailed it.
That's all I got with some 1/6 hands. They were the ones that Kevin destroyed. So,
oh no!
I just got to order the body and the shoes, and I'm good to go.
And I think you were going to try to hustle a discount, perhaps on with that company that you got the figure from last week for a different figure.
Yeah, Fairway Hobbies. Sorry, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a toy store, right? So I was like, well, I mean, they have to haggle. Their prices can't be like 100% set because it's like an Alien Worlds. You could go in there and haggle, not all the time.
I always haggle. If they're not giving me a discount, I'm not paying.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll work with you, not every time, but yeah, you could just choose not to, buy.
I mean, not only that, but the way things are now, I don't think a store would turn down like a fair offer.
Right.
You know?
They have a figure listed. It's about 60 more than I'd like to pay, not including shipping, and it's like 30 more than it goes for on eBay. But they're in town, so I don't mind paying, or not in town, but
in town. I was like,
in the country. So I don't mind paying eBay price if they go down that high or that low.
Yeah.
So I messaged them. I was like, "Hey, our price is negotiable? Like, do you do that at all?" I haven't heard back, so it's pretty late in the day, so they might be closed. But Yeah, so that's it. Just these hands.
Damn,
Nothing
dude.
cool.
Not bad. What about you, Manny?
Besides the new Detolf here,
Hey.
I'm actually going to pick another one up tomorrow. So
Where are
that's
the
exciting.
lights? I want to see the
Wow.
lights.
They were too bright.
Yeah, they're
Dean's-
real bright. Just
Dean's
throw 'em
retinas
on.
were. I'll turn them on in a bit. But besides that, I
Turn
also
me
picked
on
this
in a
up.
bit.
I
Oh,
will.
is that a keychain?
No, it's a Hot Wheel. It's just a.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't know they
couldn't
made
pass-
Hot Wheels Rick and Morty. Is that like a Walmart thing, or you have to go to like a Think Geek
No,
to get that?
I found this at HEB.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna open it. I have from that funny story when I cut in front of 250 people.
Yeah.
I have this like limited edition Rickmobile like toy diecast toy. So I think I'm gonna put it next to it.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it for me.
I had a pretty good week. So it started out with the Demoniacal Fit. I think it's Mightiest Warrior Dean, the Mystic Gohan 2.0.
Yeah.
And holy shit, I've done like a complete 180 on this figure. I actually really like it now. It's grown on me. I think the head sculpt is a lot better than the event exclusive, which I was going on about. Yeah, Manny, that's Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you look like an angel. But anyway, so it's pretty good. I was gonna shoot a review on it, but I got it so late that it's almost pointless to do a review at that point. And then I woke up this morning and I had a dream, you guys. I had a dream that my TNS package that just got to Chicago on Monday would be delivered on Tuesday. And I woke up, checked my phone, nothing, right? About 9:45, I just get to work and the tracking says it hit San Antonio. So I'm thinking like, all right, I'm going to get it tomorrow. It's like 10 minutes later, it's out for delivery from the regional facility. I don't even know how.
Yeah.
And at like 1:30, it's at my house. Fingers crossed. I opened that bad boy up. It was exactly what we ordered. So it was the Super Mad K and 2 Young Rich Miles Morales, the black suit versions. And we'll talk about the Super Mad K here later in the show. Because I really did like it, and I wanted to try doing like a video review since like Dean and I aren't going to be able to get together to do a review in person. But the Miles is really good. It's not as posable as I would like it to be, but I think that that's going to be the case for the Hot Toys one as well, because I mean, anytime you get a body in a sewn-in suit, like there's not really any amount of futzing you can do with anything. I did have an issue with a broken or like a dislocated joint, and it's a sealed, sewn together suit. So I had to like carefully pull the suit all the way over the bicep and then put a little, like we have those joints that just plug in. You can put a piece of tape on the stem and it just creates a little bit more friction. And now it's like perfect. But other than that, I mean, it's a really good figure. I have it posed up, but you can't see it because of the way the cabinets are. But I thought it was pretty decent. And then
Nice.
I also got from Manny remind me of the line? Hyper Real Vader. It's a neat figure. I just barely have had a chance to put on the shelf, so I don't want to give a full critique yet, but it's pretty interesting. The cape's a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like a real shitty cape that I need to replace immediately, but it is good. But my God, it's supposed to be like 8-9 inch scale, I think is what they advertised it. And putting it next to a 6 scale figure, like it doesn't sound like it'd be that big of a difference, but it's pretty significant. So it's definitely something that I'm gonna mess around with and maybe try to do some very small modifications. But I'm looking forward to it, and it's one of those things that wasn't expecting to get, but Manny gave me like such a good deal. So we got a bunch of people in the chat. I know everyone was waiting. I really appreciate you guys waiting. Let me give some shout outs here. Eddie, Danny, Mario, Red Wolf, Fern, a bunch of other folks, Sean Yahtzee, Dean's mom, Mario, Jason. So thank you guys for hanging in there with us during our tech difficulties. But let's get into the news, starting with the Hot Toys Hoth Gear / Snowspeeder Pilot Luke Skywalker. This figure is coming in at $265, releasing Q2 2022. Lots of complaints about the head sculpt so far, and there's some people that really don't like the fact that the jacket is two-tone orange from the pants, which is actually screen accurate. Dean and I talked about that a few weeks ago. But I mean, I think it looks good. I wouldn't buy it personally, but what do you guys think?
Oh yeah, this is an easy pickup for me.
I like it.
I might just use my DX07 head sculpt on it.
Yeah, because you got the clean version.
Yeah, I have both, so I might just have battle damage DX07 and then use that other sculpt. I do like this hair more, but that's about it. Maybe I could swap the hair. I doubt it, but
yeah. Fern says 2022. It is a ways away. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's quite.
I mean, we're almost done with 2020.
Thank God, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So his belt. He has the blaster, but it's not supposed to be attached all the way around his leg.
Yeah, that strap there is when he's flying the speeder. That strap is not there. I do believe.
I'd almost be inclined to remove that, but I don't know. The OCD in me might take over and be like, "That's not how the figure came." You know what I mean?
Yeah, some
I
people
know you have like no qualms cutting off figures.
Right. Now,
like you're way braver than I am.
Is there any figure that you have that you haven't messed with?
That is an excellent question, Manny. And
no,
the advanced suit Spider-Man I've never touched. Like messed with it. The Mark III, the Ironmonger. Though the Ironmonger did a repair because the hips crack. It's just like a thing with the plastic. And so I filled in those cracks, which I'm actually going to shoot a video of because there's some deeper cracks that I need to fix. Maleficent, I did not mod outside of it. Had a broken talon on the boots, and that I had the piece, so I just glued it back and filled it and sanded it. And then the other one that I did not mod is Kylo, but I had that really weird thing.
Wait, did you do the boots?
Damn, you're right. Actually, you're right. You know my collection better than I do.
Yeah, and then your V1, you undid the stitching on the hood.
Yeah. So I think it's just advanced suit, and then Sneaky. I haven't done anything to Sneaky. Rocketeer, I did a complete mod, took everything off and switched it to a slim body. But
what about your Batfleck?
Batfleck, I did the chest mod to make it so the cowl doesn't cover the logo, and then he has scratches in his logo on his chest, and I filled those in with steel paint because in the movie they're like the logo is metal, I think. And when it gets cut, you can actually see the steel underneath.
What about your Joker?
We switched the hands.
Changed
the hands, and then me and Manny borrowed our wives' straighteners to iron the pants. But that's not really a mod, I don't think.
Because they're adorable.
K, I have not modded. I just did one repair because I'm an idiot and broke something already. But other than that, I think it's it's a mod.
Yeah. So this figure, it's easy pickup. The Sideshow one was like a grail for me for the longest time.
It's untouchable right now. I mean, no one sell it pre this happening. It was like a $600, $700, $800 figure.
I haven't
Shakers. I think it's going to go down.
If it does, if I could grab one like around retail,
I don't think it's going to go that far down.
I might get that instead of this.
I think the cheapest you'll probably find it for is like $350, $400, and it was $267. I think it's $275 retail.
Yeah.
So I would expect to pay a little bit more, but Manny, you've been digging this motion blade effect, right? On your
yeah, dude, I like it a lot. I have my two figures up here suspended from the dynamic stands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like I like to have those in like kind of like like drastic poses, if you say. So like especially like the Star Wars characters, like I have Darth Maul. I don't know if you could see him too well. Let me see if I can move this a bit.
How easy is it to put your dynamic stand?
Super easy, dude. All you got to do is pop off the plastic. There's a hole in the back of the DTOF. I got a flathead screwdriver.
Yeah, it's like a little plastic coupling.
Yeah, and then get your dynamics, the dynamic stand, and then take off that little tip at the end, and of course take off the actual clamp, and then just feed it through. It's like the perfect size, and it just sticks up a little bit, but like you can have like a helmet or something up there or another figure.
But the base is still attached up top.
No. Look, let me see if I can move this Boba Fett helmet. Hold on. Can you see?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Oh.
I know, I had the base. I had the base for the longest time, and then I was like, "Wait, you don't need the base because it has like a thicker part." But while we're talking about DTOFs, really quick, I want to answer Mario's question. These lights, they're actually from Home Depot. They run about $30. I used to use the strip lights that come in Amazon, but I don't know. I don't like those. I like just the simple, on every shelf it has a light. They're super easy to put. The reason why this one is like bleeding so much is because I don't have the weathering strips.
Oh, in front, yeah.
Like these, yeah. So I need to do that ASAP.
Yeah, that's a good tip. We have a Pimp My Cabinet video on YouTube where we talk about how to do that modification. So
Yeah, with Exhibit the host.
definitely check it out. Now, Mysterio's drones, they have been solicited, but I haven't seen them go up for pre-order on Sideshow yet. But it's 3 drones, 1 of the full-size drones and 2 smaller ones.
Wait, you're not sharing the screen.
Oh, god dang it. There we go. Mysterio's drones. Again, not solicited just yet, but according to the Hong Kong price versus the usual Sideshow markup, these should come in right at about $100. So definitely not, terribly expensive. Not a huge fan of this plastic that they use for the stand. It almost looks like a figure arts type thing with the little screws you can tighten and loosen, and those always are just a huge pain in the ass. I would have preferred the black bendy tube thing that they normally use, or even just black stems, because I don't think these will match the one that came with the homemade suit, though I may be wrong. One thing to note from these photos, they did show an update to the advanced suit. Now, the photo on the left is from the initial solicitation photos, and you can see the wrists are like basically one piece with the web shooters, sort of like right here. And Dean, you had mentioned that the like with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, when you do the thwipping pose, it's hard to line up that fabric.
Yeah, you couldn't. It would always stay on the side.
Exactly. And so with this change, it looks like they've added a separate piece, because in all the photos you can see a very clear division here where it looks like that will either articulate and move on its own, or it's just like a piece that slides over the existing part. So that is something that has been updated. They hadn't mentioned it in the comments, but some eagle-eyed people on the groups did mention it, and I thought it was a neat thing to share. So Danny says, do dynamic grabbers ruin figures? Yes. I believe, Manny, you had the issue with your advanced suit. You did a static pose just so it didn't get... I'm sorry, tech suit.
Yeah, and that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I got rid of my tech suit. And I want one so bad. It's because I had the clamp part too low, so it was really gripping his thighs. I'm not trying to be silly.
Dude, I wish I could grip some thighs.
It was really on there because I didn't want it to fall. And it was like that for like a couple months, maybe like 3 or 4 months, and then finally I decided to do like another pose. I think I wanted to take him off of the stand, and as soon as I did it, I saw it was eating the fabric. So I was like, oh my god! So with Captain Marvel here, her suit is like a lot like the Iron Spider.
Yeah.
So the way I have it is she's basically just barely sitting on the clamps. There's nothing that's actually, it's more her arms holding her up. So
some people said you could use like foam, like black foam, just because the issue is like the foam is fine, but it's just that tip of the hard plastic is what actually does it. Right. Now, important thing to note: these drones on the secondary market, like to people that are buying the the homemade suit and selling the drone, they're going for $100+. So if this set comes in at $100 for 3 drones, I think that'd be a good deal. Not only that, I mean, Mysterio had a lot of these, so being able to pick up this set, the homemade suit, I mean, you have 4 drones to mess around with Mysterio. I think that is it's not bad, and if it comes in at $100, I think it's a good deal for those that want it. So hopefully they stick to that price point.
I like this idea and concept, but I feel like they should have given you 2 full-size drones and 2 small ones. The fact that it's just 3 and 2 of them are the small ones.
I think I would have rather.
Lame.
I agree. I think I would have rather just had 2 big ones rather than 1 big and 2 small.
Yeah.
Forced perspective is a thing. I guess there's a lot of people that do it, but I just feel like I think you're right. You know, one big is like, because the thing is, if you have the other homemade suit, like that's 2 big ones and 2 small ones. I think like 3 big would be like what I would prefer.
Yeah,
But I just like odd numbers. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Up next, HY Toys did show their 2 versions of their Gladiator. There's a deluxe version which comes with this Coliseum base, or a standard version that is without it. The price is a little expensive on this one, $276 for the deluxe, $224 for the regular, release in Q4 2020. We did talk about this last week, but this is just a quick pricing update. I hesitate to want to buy it at that price point, but you know, we'll see. It's one of my favorite films, so maybe if I can get one at
another
a deal.
forced perspective base.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Coliseum is, if it was just a,
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why even?
I mean, the walls were like 10 feet tall, so
that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe like a banner or something, but that looks kind of.
Well, it does have. I don't have a picture, but it does have a taller backdrop you can put behind it. But it doesn't really work because when you have the fake Coliseum and then the backdrop, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't really look that good.
It looks kind of weird.
Blitzway did put up 2 Men in Black International figures as teasers, Agent H and High T. I have not seen this movie, but
you know what, dude?
Does Tessa Thompson play a big role in this movie? Because they only teased H and High T.
It's almost insulting that they didn't even make her a figure. She's like literally the main character.
Head sculpt looks fantastic, though.
Dude, these look so freaking good. I wouldn't buy these. The movie's it's not a terrible movie. I didn't hate it. It was like as least well, I don't know about least offensive, but it's just an easy movie to watch if you don't, you know, hold Men in Black at such a ridiculously high standard as I guess some people do. People were pissed off about this movie. I watched it here at home. They had it on Amazon, and I was like, okay. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, Jason says she is the main character. Maybe it's something that they're working on perfecting. But when I saw this, I was like, wait a second. I've only seen the trailer.
I mean,
she's like in almost every scene of the trailer.
Has Hot Toys even made her figure?
So they have a prototype of Valkyrie, and Sideshow did show it off. Like they actually had a live stream where they talked about it, but they just said that they're not. Is still like in that process where it's a prototype and not being able to be solicited. It could be just Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could she just doesn't sign off on her likeness or something. But that being said, if they don't make her, I guess it's not the end of the world. These 2 figures, they're pretty important characters in the movie. So if they look this good when they come out, these are amazing pieces.
I mean, these suits look fantastic.
Yeah. The Chris Hemsworth is probably I don't think I've seen a Chris Hemsworth likeness better than that. I don't think Hot Toys has ever nailed that his head sculpt. That's always
scary. The shrink ray.
Yeah. who did you compare him to that one time? Ron Perlman, I think. The Infinity War version.
Oh God, dude! Don't remind me.
Yeah, like
that's a throwback, dude. That's a huge throwback.
They're just not good. I don't know. This one is amazing. But
now, the one thing I would say,
teaser, so it could be worse.
Yeah, we temper our expectations. We have no idea what the final will look like. Sean says maybe it's a likeness rights thing. Also, maybe that's why there's no Valkyrie. Up
Sean,
next,
that's what I just said.
Well, he had said it while you were talking.
Oh,
Sensation teased Grey Worm. This comes in at 145, releasing Q4 2020. I think this looks fantastic. I believe the helmet, the shield, and the spear are die-cast, though I'm not 100% sure. But holy smokes, this looks fucking incredible. You guys are big Game of Thrones fans. What do you think?
Yeah.
Easy pass.
Oh my God, man. What the hell was that?
That character's Garbo.
Oh my God, lower your
Grey
volume.
Worm is not Garbo.
Are you kidding me? He was macking on Missandei. Like,
fucking
dude,
dude. I mean,
dude, no pain and still hit it, dude.
Dude, fucking scissory timbers.
Dude, they were scissory.
I mean, I don't know if I like the character enough. I mean, fucking Sir Davos is my favorite character, and I don't even own that figure. So,
dude, I don't own any figures, but I would be perfectly happy just owning this one figure.
I mean, how much do these go for?
PayPal me if you want to throw your
145. I just told you 145.
Oh, see, that's too high.
That's a great deal.
I was thinking maybe like 115.
Yeah, I don't know,
Just
man.
PayPal
I'm a
me
big fan.
115 and we'll call it a day.
Wasn't the what's the dad's name? The Lannister, Tywin. Wasn't he like 115?
Well, this one they're having another studio assist with the accessories and their die cast.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think that could be the difference, but I mean, Tywin was also their first figure, and I mean, we know people that have made figures for sale, and you kind of set that first price, and then you know what you're in for going forward. So I think that's why the prices are going up a little bit. Mario says, "Give me Tywin." They made a Tywin, dude. It's fantastic. It's called the Advisor.
Yeah, if you can find it, it's a pretty good figure.
In fact, let me see if I can pull it up real
That's
quick.
actually that's a really good figure. I'm not the biggest Tywin fan, so that's why I never bought it. But that's a
This is
solid figure.
oh, I thought that was a penis.
Oh, I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Dude, right? Yeah, this is the Advisor.
Dude,
right
and it looks that good.
Yeah, no, in fact, I think it looks better. It's really fantastic.
Yeah, they fucking knocked that shit out of the park. I mean, I do have Daenerys, so and it's when she buys the what are they called? Unsullied. So this could be a cool piece to go with my Daenerys, but I mean, I have.
If you could get a few of these on a deal, Dean, like maybe down the line, it would be cool to have two of these with Daenerys, and then just swap the head sculpt off for something.
Yeah, or just keep the masks on.
That's true. But you know what I mean? Like you could easily army build this. Like people are out there buying like, 5, 6, 7 mud troopers. Like you could easily have a display with like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that last season just killed the show for me. It's hard to get excited. Like, I really want a Tyrion, but it's like, do I really want to spend the money on?
You probably get the later season Tyrion, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
I really hope that they give us a Jaime at some point.
Man, fuck Jaime. I love that character, and they did him dirty, dude. Yeah. Mario said the Tywin sculpt looks derpy. No, not even close, dude. That thing is insane good.
Manny, would you pick this up?
Never. Not even if you gave it to me for free.
Wow.
Not even if you said I'll give you a diecast RoboCop. A battle damage RoboCop and a 1/6 scale Kane. If you take this figure, I'll be like, no.
Wow. Asmus did show off natural light pics of their Aragorn. I know we were talking about it last week. It'd be nice to see those in hand. I think it looks pretty good. I don't think it's the greatest sculpt ever made, but it's certainly a lot better than.
Yeah, it's better than the initial one.
Yeah, and they did also say that the exclusive version, they're adding 2 pieces to the figure. So they're adding this little torch here and this orc helmet.
Oh, nice.
So definitely a cool little thing, and that's a free bonus for those that ordered the exclusive for. I think they needed to hit a certain amount, and then they were going to add a free gift. So it's not really a free gift in the sense like you're not paying a shitload of money, but I just think it's nice when in 2020 a company listens to some feedback, makes a great second head sculpt, and then throws in some freebies. You can't complain about that these days. DID did show a teaser. There's no details about this yet of their final stand, Captain Miller. I think it looks pretty good. Saving Private Ryan. Pretty damn
cool.
I believe it was 6 scale.
Was it? DID did 12 scale. I could be wrong. Or I think they do both. But
you have me wondering now. Let me check. I mean, either way, I mean, that's a 12th scale. That's a ridiculous looking 12th scale.
Mario 30 did do Jaime, but it's the first season, Jamie. We're talking about later season. Jamie.
It also looks like pretty bad, to be honest.
No, the head sculpt's actually pretty good, but yeah, I don't like the getup.
Sean says, Jamie, who cares about 7 seasons of character development, Lannister?
Yeah, exactly.
Oof. 11 did put up these 2 photos here of their John Wick head sculpt. Now, these are 2 different head sculpts, and there is a $65 price point on each head sculpt, which does seem a bit steep to me. This is October to November 2020. I think for my money, I'd rather just get the was it the So Toys one with the magnets?
Yeah, it's half off.
Yeah, which is
price swappable hair. The only difference here is the paint apps.
The
It's
blood.
the same head, the hair on both of these sculpts.
Yeah.
And
yeah, when I saw this, I was like, man, that's a great deal for this head sculpt because I read it initially as $60 each. Or I'm sorry, for both. And then I scrolled down, it's like big disclaimer, like this price, you have to clarify which one you want in the order.
That's stupid.
Because I remember when we got the unmasked Batman head, it was like $25, and it came with you got the cowl for $15, and that was the cowl and the cape. So $60 seems like quite a bit. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
I don't even know if the sculpt is better than the other one with the magnet.
I was feeling the other one a little bit better.
I do too. This isn't bad, it's just not as good.
McFarlane is stepping into the 12-inch scale with their what's this guy's name? Geralt, the Witcher Wild Hunt. This is a clothed action figure with articulation, coming in at the very low price point of $40. I think that this has a lot of potential to be something that people swap the head, do a little bit of customization on.
It said clothed figure?
Yeah, it said clothed figure. There's clothing on that, dude. $40.
Dude.
12 inches? Did you get that from the Instagram?
From their post.
I need to read this post.
Dude, I am so excited. I cannot wait to pass this up.
Okay.
I mean, you can keep going. I just
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they said this was clothed. Let me see here. It was in the IGN article, and they said, okay, we can move on. Maybe, I mean, I'm pretty sure they said it was clothed, but I could be wrong.
Okay, it says 12-inch Geralt figure will be featured wearing his signature armor and will include the silver and steel swords with sheaths, monster head trophies, and Witcher branded base. I think this is going to be exactly like the Destiny 10-inch figures, where it's just
maybe it's not. Someone sent this to me and said this is a clothed figure, and then I saw some article that
there's
was
no way McFarlane's doing clothing. That looks sculpted to me. That's why I was like, there's no way that's clothing.
Dude, I feel like an idiot, but thank you for correcting me. I admit my mistake. But yeah, no, one of the articles earlier, maybe IGN changed it, but it legit said clothed, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, that's a great price for a clothed figure. Went to the show sheet, boom, locked it in. But yeah, I mean, that is
maybe they have some information that they didn't post here.
I mean, I can't, the more I think about it, though, the more outlandish that it seems it would be a clothed action figure.
I mean,
for
it's
$40.
It says it comes with 22 points of articulation. Again, I'm not seeing that. This could be like another one of those Spawn things where they just show off a statue and then the figure is something totally different later.
Or what if it's like the hyperreal, where it's like silicone type body with a metal endoskeleton. Yeah, Jason says I too thought I saw it was clothed. Yeah,
all right, I'll keep researching.
Okay,
we keep the show going.
Now there was a lot of delay emails, and I didn't really feel like making like 15 slides, but there were delay emails for Hellboy, Mark 85, Iron Spider, Darth Vader 40th anniversary, Venompool, Gamora, Tony Stark team suit, and Alita. So a big kick in the balls there to a lot of collectors. And Dean, I think it's time for us to get into some conspiracy theories. What do you think?
Where's your hat?
I was so mad earlier, I threw it on the ground.
Dude, it was so funny when you got on. I was like, oh man, that's hilarious. And then it's no more.
That was great. The Ox Files. You like that?
The Ox Files.
Oh man, yeah. So conspiracy theory, guys. I have a theory. We talked about it on After Dusk, I believe. When we talked about it, but this figure went from pre-order to low stock alert to waitlist back up to pre-order in the time period of like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I have a theory that because the mass cancellations, including the child from last week, I think there was one more last week, put on my tinfoil hat, but I feel like Sideshow is manipulating the waitlist. And this is not the first time that it had been manipulated. It's been, at least 3 times this year. They put it to low stock and then to waitlist. People freak out and start mass pre-ordering. And then they get a little bit of quick cash from NRDs. I really think that this is a little bit of a conspiracy. There's a big thing about fear of missing out, and especially with a piece like this, which has a lot of potential to skyrocket. I really think that it was a shitty move for Sideshow to do that for a figure that probably isn't anywhere near the begin of its production run. So, Dean, what do you think about that? I know you kind of agreed with my theory.
I 100% agree with you. Before you were even done with your theory, I was like already finishing it in my head. I was like, yeah, like they're like, shit, we're missing out on all this money. We need something fast. Like, what can we do to make up the difference? Yeah. Like, oh, let's fucking pretend this one figure that's gonna be hot, because the first version already has so much hype while it's coming out that it's like, well, so let's say it's just low on stock, and then a bunch of people pre-order it.
And it's almost like a double dip, because there might be some people that, hey, the first version is still in stock, no low stock alert. Let's cancel this order, place the Beskar Mando, lose the NRD there, and then pay a new NRD over here. I think it's genius. I think it's genius if that's what they did.
I think it's kind of evil.
I mean, I respect the hustle, but it's fucked up.
Yeah, if that's how you get ahead.
I don't know, man. I do not know.
I'm not saying anything about this being real clothing, by the way.
All right. Well,
I'm on IGN.
Like I said, I think they may have updated the article, but it's that time of the show, Dean.
Yeah, what the Scrapyard? We want to thank our friends over at Water Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. You can find them on Instagram at Water Scrapyard. That's also their name on Facebook and eBay. They make 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as resin printed head sculpts of dozens of different characters in the Star Wars universe. If you don't see a character you like on their Instagram, you can send them a message and they could get it done at a reasonable price, which is 100% accurate because
you've done it.
I've done this on PewDiePie.
Hey, Dean, our movie for this week was The Rise of the Planet of the Apes. You had never seen it before. One of my favorite movies, one of my favorite trilogies of all time. Hopefully Manny has seen it as well, but this film is a 2011 American science fiction action film. And in this film, a substance designed to help the brain repair itself gives advanced intelligence to a chimpanzee named Caesar, who administers the same treatment to an animal shelter full of other apes. This leads to an uprising against humanity after Caesar and other super intelligent apes suffer abuse at the hands of the shelter staff. A new society of free apes of all kinds, some normal, some upgraded, is founded in the forest northwest of San Francisco as a result.
Yeah, in the Redwood Forest.
Yeah, so you've never seen this movie. You're a big fan of the original. In fact, you said that last show you didn't really feel like this is a trilogy that needed to be made.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, watching it now, it's pretty cool. But yeah, when they were coming out, I was like, why? There's already a bunch of lore as to what happens and how it happens. So yeah, I guess that's fair. Like, why bother? Where does that go?
I don't know. Pee break.
All right, my thing is having issues again. Just y'all talk about the movie first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I know we were supposed to watch it, but I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, Dude, I did not feel like watching this either. I'm glad I did. It was pretty good.
Give it a rate the flicks.
I'll rate the flicks. Okay.
I haven't done that in a
I don't
while.
know, good like 6 or 7 out of 10. It's not like the best movie ever. It's definitely not bad. I enjoyed watching it. There's some cool moments where you're like, yeah, like let's just say one of the guys in this movie is the kid who plays Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter, and he's a fucking asshole in this movie too. So when he gets his, like, you feel really good, like, yeah, fuck that guy. But at the same time, it's like the apes. Okay, the original movies, the apes were not good guys. they were really bad.
Wait, so they're good in this one?
It has you rooting for the apes, like, oh, like they were mistreated and they just want to be left alone. In the original movies, there are some good apes, like the scientists. The scientists just want to learn and prosper. But then there's like most of the apes are like war criminals, basically. So this is like their origin story, which I guess. And yeah, like it has you rooting for the apes, and then I had to keep reminding myself, but they're not good apes. Like they're kind of evil. So and that's like the first thing that happens, right? So Caesar is like the main ape that gets intelligent quickly.
And this is Andy Serkis.
Is it?
Oh, never mind.
It might be.
I thought that's what he was known for.
Dude, you might be right. I'll check it out right now.
I could be wrong.
Wait, what was the question?
Is Caesar
Andy Serkis?
Andy Serkis?
Yes.
Wow. Have you been listening to this, Zach? What I've been saying?
Yeah, sorry. So the issue, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So one of the issues that I was having with my equipment was like it would just randomly start like sounding like popcorn in my ears on both headphones, like really loud, like to drown you guys out. And everything was fine, and then it started again. It might be the aluminum foil, but
okay.
I don't know, man. This shit's fucked. So Andy Serkis is sorry about that, guys. I had to like reset everything.
So Caesar, through no fault of his own, gets sent to this monkey internment camp.
I mean, kind of on a fault of his own. I mean, he like assaulted.
Well, he was just protecting his.
I mean, it's really
grandpa, I guess.
It's really James Franco's fault.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, the monkey was just doing what he thought was right.
Yeah.
But he doesn't understand humans and people. So when he gets sent to this monkey jail, he kind of loses faith in humanity. But it's like, it's not as simple as like you get to go back home. It's like you hurt somebody. So Caesar is in this monkey jail, and he rises to power relatively quickly, and he, long story short, breaks out all his monkey friends, and then they take to the streets to rescue a bunch of other monkeys, right, from the zoo and shit. And the lab where most of those monkeys started. They go back to the lab. So I was like, okay, I could get on board with this. But then I don't know if somehow I missed it or they just didn't explain it, but the monkeys just attack everybody on the Golden Gate Bridge for no reason.
Well, they're trying to get to the woods.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they have to cross the bridge to get to the woods. And the police are barricading the
Okay, because it kept showing the vantage point of the Golden Gate Bridge throughout the movie. And I was confused at what end of the bridge.
Caesar,
it seems like
smart.
They just ran out to the middle of the bridge, fucked shit up, and then left. But okay, that makes sense.
No, they were throughout the movie. He realizes like the wilderness is across the bridge.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up, because I was like, what the fuck was the point of this? They just attacked everybody in the middle of the bridge and then fucked off. Okay,
I'm not sure if
that makes sense.
if you got Mario's comment, but he said the nose scene blew my mind the first time.
Dude, okay.
Also, I'm a
Holy
bit bummed.
shit.
Maybe I didn't hear it correctly, but you said this is only a 6 for you.
Yeah, like 6 or 7. Like
that hurts my feelings a little bit.
Okay, that scene. So Caesar is just a monkey, right? He knows sign language.
Well, he's like a genius monkey.
Yeah, a genius monkey. But he doesn't like fucking walk upright and talk like a person. He's still a monkey. He knows some sign language. But then he breaks out overnight and then goes and steals more of that monkey juice that makes them real smart. And he fucking gasses all the other monkeys to like help them become better. And I guess it also boosted him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So he has a standoff with one of the it's
the guards,
the Draco and Malfoy kid, and they threw the line in there, "Get your hand off me, you damn dirty ape," which was kind of cheeky.
To the original.
But
there's some cheeky shit.
It kind of pissed me off too, because I'm like, fucking Charleston Heston said that shit, and you're making Draco and Malfoy say it. Like, no, it actually pissed me off. But I was like, whatever. It's a throwback to the original. And then he's like, "Get your hands off me," or like, "Get back to your cage," or whatever. And fucking, he's like, "No!" And like, dude, I was getting dressed because my sister was gonna come pick me up, and I was like, just like watching it. And then when it happened, I like stopped what I was doing and like audibly gasped, like, "Holy shit! That was such an awesome scene, dude." But you cleared up the bridge for me, so it makes a little more sense. But it ends on this super cheery note that I was like, no. I was like,
it doesn't. Did you watch the mid-credits?
Yeah. Luckily you told me that, because I literally would have turned the movie off and been like, this is stupid. It's very hopeful and beautiful and like, oh, the monkeys are free. I'd like the message that he's like, Caesar is home. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, he's a monkey. Like, yeah, he's really smart, but he doesn't belong in a fucking attic with James Franco.
He's an ape. You're getting people upset.
Okay, he's an ape. Sorry.
It's called Planet of the Apes, not Planet of the Monkeys. Though, shout out to the original novel.
Yeah, but there's orangutans and all kinds of fucking gorillas.
Yeah, that's an ape. A gorilla is an ape, my guy.
Okay. Well,
speaking of orangutan,
what the fuck are monkeys then?
Apes.
Wait, hold on.
Monkeys
Speaking of
apes?
orangutans, I ran into my neighbor one time. She was nude. And for real, like they were hanging like orangutan.
Yeah. One thing I did like is in the original movies, the orangutans, I believe, were like scientists.
The orangutans were the lawgivers.
Oh,
the chimpanzees were the scientists, and then the gorilla was the military.
Chimps. Okay, I'm confused on what a monkey is, I guess.
Yeah, you fucking... Danny Lee says monkeys have tails.
Oh, okay. I thought... Okay, so chimpanzees are...
apes.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to call them monkeys.
No, please don't. Please don't. You're hurting my feelings.
Anyway, it ends on this really hopeful note. And I, like, as a fan of the series, I'm like, well, of course not. Like, that's not what this is about. And then I watched the mid-credit scene. I feel like that should have been way more important than an end credit scene.
Well, I mean, the whole first 5 minutes of the second movie is explaining the mid-credit scene,
right? But it's like, I don't know, man. That's a.
So how far did you get to the second one?
The human guy is about to go ask if they could use the dam.
How do you like the second one so far?
Pretty good. A lot of cool ape stuff, monkey stuff.
Well, you had me for a second, then you said monkey.
But yeah, they spend a lot of time setting up this. So in the first movie, there's the gene or the genetic alterations that make Caesar really smart. Then he tries a second version, and that version also works, but it's deadly to humans. And one guy accidentally gets contaminated.
Yeah.
And they showed like 3 separate scenes with this dude getting progressively worse.
Uh-huh.
And then they never go anywhere with it until the end credit scene. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, this one guy that he sneezed on,
he died.
He's sick now. I know, but it's like
his landlord walked in on him dead.
If you're gonna spend several scenes of the movie getting the story in motion, like it deserves more than a 30-second like, oh no, it's spread around the world. I just didn't like it.
I don't. Can you guys hear this thing? It's going off again.
No.
Oh no, I gotta mess with this tonight.
Manny's light is freaking me out.
Manny's what?
His light. I don't know if it's like the camera focusing on and off, but it gets real dim.
Yeah, it's getting ready to get creeps.
Yeah. Again, I didn't hate the movie. I just think it's almost like the Alien prequels. You almost ruin the originals by like over explaining what happened.
Yeah.
It's like what's so wrong with the aliens being fucking aliens? Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, they were kind of aliens and then humans intervened and they became super aliens. It's like,
yeah.
Why can't they just be aliens? How come these apes can't just have evolved and gotten sick of our shit and fucked us up and won the war instead of like, oh, humans wanted to cure disease and they made apes angry? It's like, I guess it just seemed kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I enjoyed watching it. But it did seem kind of like the Alien prequels to me.
Dude, this shit is fucked. It went off for like 10 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know. I gotta work on this tonight. I wanted to talk with you, Dean, about the Super Mad K figure now. One of my favorite things you've quoted from I believe it was Game of Thrones, but a man can only admit when he was wrong, Dean.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot of shit about this company for a long time, and it wasn't all our fault. Like they came in out of the gates completely roasting this other company's figure, delay after delay after. I mean, they really went for it, but delay after
almost Molecule 8 level. We're gonna change the fucking game.
Delay after delay after delay. After 2.5 years, it is finally here, and holy shit, this thing is fucking dope. Now, it does come with 2 head sculpts, as you can see, the clean head sculpt and the battle damage head sculpt. A few different accessories, the wooden horse, and it's pretty cool, Dean, but the horse is engraved with the date on the bottom, which I thought was pretty neat.
Pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, very small attention to detail, but I was like, yo, that's dope.
That's not only a small attention to detail, it's literally a small attention to detail.
Yeah,
that's
and the
fucking
date
tiny.
The date was correct as well. It has the Joy Emanator and then the retinal scanner.
Nice.
This is really cool. It's the LAPD badge with the. I need to double check it, but that does look correct on a cursory inspection. The K's badge number, and this is actually made of pleather, and it actually folds up like a billfold. It is very impressive.
Can you put it in his pocket or something?
You can put it in his pocket. It's fantastic.
Nice.
It does have Deckard's blaster and K's blaster. K's blaster with that upgraded carbon fiber paint. I just could not be more impressed with the accessories.
Why does he come with Deckard's?
In the movie, he uses Deckard's blaster for a few scenes.
Does he? I don't remember
that. But I think it was also, this was before they were going to announce the old Deckard, and I think it was just like a thing that they were doing for the pre-order, like, oh, you can, because back then, like, this is like $100 blaster. To get a decent quality Deckard blaster was pretty pricey. So they gave us the K's blaster and Deckard's. Now, I did have some issue here with the holster. It's like a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of plastic, and it snapped like almost immediately. I glued it back with like a shitload of glue, and I think eventually I'm going to replace some of the plastic with actual metal just to get it a little bit more secure. But that was really the only issue that I had with the whole figure. The likeness is really good. The accessories are really good. The tailoring is fantastic. The jacket, it clips on with a metal wire to hold it closed. And I was almost able to get the thing where he covers his mouth with the jacket cover, but I couldn't slide in. I needed like like a toothpick to like push the fabric catch into the buckle. But other than that, I think it's a really good figure. Now, my cons of this figure are that the holster is too fragile, and there's only two gloved hands. Basically, there's only two gloved hands. So you have the right gloved hand that holds the emanator, and then the left trigger finger. I would have liked one more right trigger finger, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. He does have a weird stand. If you look over here, it's like a waist grabber stand, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I would have preferred a crotch grabber. And also the base says Blade Hunter 2046, which, I mean, if you're going through all this effort to like make this third-party character and use actual images from the movie on the box, like just call it Blade Runner 2049. Like, I feel like if you've done all that to then say, oh, well, the base says 2046, it just seems like kind of a really weird decision. Like Young Rich just went for it. They're like, fuck it, this is Miles Morales, Nike logos and everything. Yeah. And I was kind of like, when I saw it, I was like, wow, they really did that. Okay. Other than that, I think this is a 9 out of 10 figure. I think it's really good. Were you still going to try to get one, Dean?
Yeah, I just talked to Greg today. He says his shipped out a week after yours. So it should be here pretty soon. But I mean, your first TNS package sat in customs for like a month and a half.
Yeah. That's why I was shocked that this one came so quick.
Should have in like a day.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, he just got his. Who knows when you'll get yours? But yeah, I was thinking about buying something from Manny, but I was like, fuck, Greg. I told Greg I'd buy this a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we're still just fucking waiting for it. So.
Yep, it's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. Now, let's get into Grinds My Gears, Dean. I know you were pushing for this one this week, but it seems like anytime anyone anywhere has a figure that arrives damaged, even with the figure that Sideshow isn't shipping yet, what do the comments say, Dean?
Oh my god, dude, this pissed me off so bad. Almost everybody in the comments of this post were like, man, fuck Sideshow. I hope you message them and I hope they make this right. Like, I can't believe they would do this. Like, Sideshow's garbage. I don't order from them anymore. Fuck Sideshow. It's like, guys, what the fuck does Sideshow have to do with this? They just mailed the goddamn thing.
This isn't even Sideshow's package.
Yeah, this figure's also not even out here.
Yeah.
So Sideshow isn't shipping this at all. I was just like going through the comments like, what? Like, it was one of those things like I can't even, like, I was just like, no, I'm not doing this today. And I just like, I took a screenshot and I sent it to you. I was like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, oh, it's just,
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Sideshow puts it in a box, slaps a label on it, and sends it out the door. It's not their problem anymore. Do they have good customer service and will probably send you a new one? Yeah.
Not for a box.
No.
No. If the figure's fine, they won't send you another
one. Okay. But yeah, to like immediately jump on the fuck Sideshow, and
we are hard on the fuck Sideshow bandwagon.
We're real hard on them,
but it's pretty fucking stupid sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, dude, pick your battles. If you want a hill to die on, this ain't it. Like, find a different one, because let's just say this was shipped by Sideshow,
which it wasn't,
but let's just say it was. How is this their fault? It's clearly in a shipper box. What did they do?
I don't think that the shipper box is the best way to ship a package.
Sure,
but I mean, that's just how they choose to do it. I mean, they got to stick a lot of these into a crate. Get them overseas.
I think I've gotten, I don't know, 3 or 4 things from Sideshow. I've personally never had a problem. But
I've got an issue.
I mean, this is the shipping company's fault. Whether it be UPS, USPS, DHL, that's who you have to take it up with. It's like Sideshow doesn't have anything to do with it once it leaves their factory or their warehouse.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you automatically attacking? It literally makes no sense.
Yeah, I am not sure, man, but I agree. I think it's a bit wild. Do you want to give a shout out to our Patreonies this week, Dean?
I do. Ben Porter, Griffin Campbell, Sean Fear, Ian Seaby, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre. Dude, shout out Quinn, man. That motherfucker going horde this week. Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Jason Heston, Nelson, Big Ol' Fern, King Zach, Caesar Mariquin, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Purchase, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Caesar Contreras, and the Stanleys, Maria Stanley and Steve. Shout out Steve.
Shout out to Steve.
They're probably watching right now.
What a bunch of cool people.
Sweet.
Our August items: the After Dark magnet, the certified crispy sticker, and the Joy of Hobbying joint juice label. Everyone should. You what?
I was showing off the After Dark magnet.
Oh yeah, those have all been sent, and we also do have something that we're going to send out. This is either going to go out next month or the following month. So we're doing the Small Talk or OFAC hollow sticker design, and whichever one doesn't win, their normal regular sticker will ship out, and then the next month we'll get the other hollow sticker with the other. Does that make sense? Like if Small Talk wins this month's hollow design, we'll send this. If OFAC wins the hollow design, we'll send the Small Talk regular sticker. And then next month we'll send the one that didn't win.
Zach, you're in charge of that, so whatever you say goes, man. I don't know.
We also have, Dean, a bonus item for those that have been part of the top tier for 6 months. And it is the 1/6 certified crispy certificate. You can put that in your collection with your figures.
Laminate those already?
I did. Do you like that?
Damn, that was fast.
I was busy today, dude.
Dude, it even has our signatures in 6
Look
scale.
at that. 6 scale signatures right there.
Danny Lee's.
Yep, I love it, dude. I think it's a slam dunk.
It is a slam dunk.
We also have, if you want to join our Patreon, is patreon.com/collectingweekly. We have the $5 tier for stickers or the $15 tier for sculpt paintings, figure fixes, stickers, and more. So 2 tiers to fit any budget, and all of the amounts go to helping us keep the show going. We just had our auction last week. Quinn obviously took a lot of items from that, and it was a long stream.
And he got Hulkbuster today. That motherfucker's going hard in the paint.
My goodness. Small Talk. I believe they're recording this Thursday. Don't quote me on that. Collecting Comics, they should be recording this week for release on Monday. Collecting Rarities recorded this last week, and that should be coming out by Friday. Manny, when do you want to get that Creeps up that you recorded?
Oh, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Hopefully this week.
All right, let's get that up as well. We did the After Dusk on Sunday, so I don't know if we're doing another After Dark this week. Just depends if I get this shit figured out with my computer. And then, of course, Collecting Weekly is what you're listening to tonight. Unfortunately, I got to get this tech stuff figured out. So if you guys want to chat with our members live, that's great. If not, we can cut it off here. What do you guys want to do?
Did you have a Joy of Hobbying slide?
No, I put the slides I don't use at the back of the thing. But I'm gonna sign off. You guys can stay on, or we can call it here. But like I said, I gotta figure this out before I go to bed.
I want to watch the rest of this movie. I'm on part 2.
Wow, no one wants to talk to the people, so I'll stay here and talk to them.
No,
it's okay.
All right, guys. Well, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Manny.
Catch you guys in the next episode, and big apologies for the tech issues today, guys. Hopefully we get them sorted out by next Tuesday.
All right.